Hello and welcome back to the Second Breakfast Club, and if it's your first time here viewing the channel, I hope you consider liking the video and subscribing for future content. I 100% plan on playing the Return to Moria game when it comes out. I'll be hopefully live streaming and just uploading videos as regularly as I can. So if you're interested in that, please consider following. Now, what we're going to do in this video real quick is we're going to just take a real quick look. Other channels already have reposted versions of the trailer. You can see the trailer for yourself. Just going to go through some of the images that you can get from the trailer, little scenes, and we can talk about them. I'll give my thoughts on various things, and then we're going to take a look at the Q&A that was posted into the Discord. That's the main thing I want to talk about. So, here we are. Let's take a look. I'm doing it in my editing software because I don't care. Alright, very opening scene is the dwarves showing back up at Moria here. I do like how this is definitely different from how we see it in the Fellowship of the Ring movie. And from my understanding, this is supposed to be a secret door, not which means it shouldn't be this elaborate, basically telling you where it is. So this has to be something that they've done recently. I mean, it looks like there's scaffolding. This is work that they are recently doing to this entrance. Got a nice dead dwarf right there. Over here, I just want to point out one thing about the way the graphics look here. So obviously this is supposed to be in complete darkness, but then you can still see the water coming down, and it's like lit up like it's in a black and white fucking movie. I find that a little odd. I wonder if it's going to stay like that. I would imagine that the water would be in darkness too, because water does not produce its own light. I get that it can be reflective, but not that reflective.
Riddles in the dark.
This, all these blue crystals that are sticking out of the walls, I have a feeling that's probably going to be mithril, which is cool, because then that may indicate that we can mine mithril and collect it, use it to build shit. It's just cool. So, obviously, that's showing we can kind of make repairs, I'm assuming. Digging his hole. It's a neat little scene. I'm curious whether or not these statues are of any important, or if the story in the game is going to discuss who these dwarfs are. But yeah, pretty neat. Moving on, we got some mushrooms.
Mushrooms.
Lovely. And as you can see, there's multiple dwarves here, all working together to build whatever the hell they're building here. And it's cool. It looks fantastic in my opinion. I know a lot of people complaining about the graphics. They think it doesn't look good, but I think it looks great. As somebody who's played a lot of Valheim, like I'm okay with this art style. This is cool, little lookout tower. I kind of find it funny that there'd be a lookout tower inside of a mountain. But it's neat. This right here, to me, it looks like some sort of like fermenter. Maybe you can make different ales, beers. We know our dwarves love to drink. So I'm wondering if that's what that is, or I'm completely wrong. But they're carrying like kegs, so maybe they're just filled up at the tap and they're going to the mead hall to get drunk.
Last one standing wins.
I just wanted to point out here, we see one of those things again. Again, I think that could be like a fermenter. For making different meads. We have here obviously 2 fire pits. This one looks like it'd be for cooking on top of. You get some beds, chests, basically foot lockers at the end of those beds. There are little statue mannequin things that I'm guessing you can don your armor onto. This... what the hell do we think that is? What do we think that is? Can I zoom in? So we got tables, torches just chilling lit on the table. That's kind of concerning. So clearly you can store items on the table. They got pickaxes right here. I don't think these torches should be lit while laying on the table. Just something to think about there. Looks like back here is a collection of materials, kind of like a pile of sticks or something. I don't know. And then you got some wardrobes here, although these look like they're holding items, not necessarily wardrobes. Interesting stuff. And then obviously, okay, well obviously these are different crafting additions, so whatever crafting table there is, these probably go to upgrade it so you can do different things. Nice image here where, you know, you got, looks like a goblin orc on patrol there. I do like the armor here, however, I am noticing a thing, and I don't know why the devs are taking this approach. Maybe they're trying to be supportive of Rings of Power, but if you notice, under his helmet, he seems to be lacking something.
It's the beards.
And there's other instances where you'll see that. We got a cool troll right here. I'm not sure I like the way they did the ears. Kind of looks like a puppy that's or just a sad dog that knows it's in trouble. Well, now this is interesting. Take a look at this. So at first I thought, I was looking at this and I thought, oh, that's some sort of mine or ore to obtain. But that actually looks like... I mean, what the hell does that look like? These look like something that, like the player might have been trying to build, and then was interrupted by this guy trying to say hi. So it looks like the outline of something you can build or place down, and that you need the material for. But at the same time, it's just odd. Why would he need two of them? And why right there? I don't know. That's kind of weird. Now, could be that it's just it just looks funny because it's obviously not released yet. I'm sure there will be other ores and materials to collect other than mithril. I do like this. You can face the Watcher. But what I don't like is look at that background. Look at that. That looks bad. That just looks bad. That, come on. Where's the detail? I get that it's supposed to be in the foreground, but if it's going to be in the foreground, don't light it up so much that it just looks terrible. So right here, as we can see again, no beard. Who wants to be a dwarf with no beard? Honest question.
Oh yes, the dwarves that go swimming with little hairy women.
Here we got some spiders. That's fun. This big guy. And you got Gimli here. Again, I think this is supposed to be representative of Gimli, because he should be on the journey with you. Much like I think that if you're playing this alone, what would suck is actually being alone. Like, it'd be nice to know, it'd be nice if there were like AI characters that kind of were with you. Maybe just stayed at the base. You know, just to make it seem like it's actually a dwarven expedition and not a solo mission. You know what I mean? So obviously we have coming Lord of the Rings Return to Moria coming fall 2023. That date has changed already in the past, but I digress. Now, for the Q&A, I'll just go over this. in case you can't, for those of you who don't have Discord, don't use Discord, don't want to use Discord, or don't even know what Discord is, here is the Q&A that was posted on their official Discord. What is The Lord of the Rings Return to Moria? The Lord of the Rings Return to Moria, the only survival crafting video game set in the Fourth Age of Middle-earth, the iconic fantasy world created by J.R.R. Tolkien. The Lord of the Rings Return to Moria follows the dwarves as they embark on a new adventure to reclaim their legendary home of Moria, beneath the Misty Mountains. Players will join forces to survive, craft, build, and explore the iconic sprawling mines. Courageous expeditioners will need to be vigilant as mysterious dangers await. So, I mean, in that trailer we saw some of the mysterious dangers, I would think. You know, you get the Watcher, you got spiders, trolls, goblins, orcs. When is Return to Moria set? Literally just answered that in the above fucking thing. Literally. What a waste of a question. They just answered that. When is Return to Moria set? Lord of the Rings Return to Moria is set in the Fourth Age of Middle-earth. Literally, in the second fucking line of the top of the first question. Lord of the Rings Return to Moria, the only survival crafting video game set in the Fourth Age of Middle-earth. Stupid question. Okay. Where is Return to Moria set? Who came up with these fucking questions? Set in a procedurally generated dwarven realm of Moria. Oh boy. We are really diving into the hard-hitting questions here. No two adventures will be alike, and every expedition is traversable either solo or online with companions. How many players can play together? This is a better question. Up to 8 players can play together in Lord of the Rings Return to Moria. Players become part of a dwarven... Oh, who do you play as? Players become part of dwarven legend as they create their own dwarf in the custom character creator. Dwarves can be customized in a variety of ways to create a unique dwarven identity. Then during gameplay, players can find and craft armor and weapons to further enhance their unique style. Will all dwarves have beards? Yes, they should. Players can customize their dwarf in a number of ways, including a variety of beards or no beards at all. Stupid. Why? All dwarves have beards. Moving on. Will players be able to name their dwarf? Are you fucking kidding me? Literally. You create your own dwarf. These questions, I swear. Will Return to Moria gameplay be first person or third person? Return to Moria gameplay is in third person view. Okay, that's a decent question. Does Return to Moria have a narrative/story? Players will play through a new adventure set in the Fourth Age of Middle-earth. Free-range games have worked closely with Middle-earth Enterprise, T.S. Lockhart, and Corey Olsen to ensure that the game stays true to lore and the Lord of the Rings, while allowing players to delve deep into their own adventure. Okay. What kind of items can be crafted? Craft and loot legendary dwarven armor, tools, weapons, and structures. Rebuild ancient forges to strengthen, repair, and enchant gear. Upgrade and unlock new technologies and fantastical machines. What a word. Fantastical. Okay. Where will Return to Moria be available? Lord of the Rings Return to Moria Lord of the Rings Return to Moria will be available on PC from the Epic Games Store, as well as PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, wishlist now on Epic. And they give you the website. When will Return to Moria be released? The most important fucking question of all. Lord of the Rings Return to Moria will be released in fall of 2023. The exact date will be announced later in the year. Okay. If you say so. Alright, continued. This is the same fucking question. Will Return to Moria be available on other services / platforms? Literally. 2 questions ago. Where will Return to Moria be available? Answer the fucking question. Lord of the Rings Return to Moria is currently exclusive at the Epic Game Store on PC and will be coming to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. Well, we'll let the community know of any releases on other services / platforms in the future. Literally, waste of a question. They just asked and answered that one. I swear, who's coming up with these? Will Return to Moria be early access upon release? There are no plans for early access for Return to Moria. Well, that question in itself is kind of a redundant question. Will Return to Moria be early access upon release? Well, no. Early access is before release. Jesus. What will the system requirements be for Return to Moria on PC? System requirements are to be determined. Once these are announced, we will update the Epic Game Store with this information as well as this question in the facts and questions. Or FAQ, whatever. Will the PC version of Return to Moria have controller support? Yes, the PC version of Return to Moria will have controller support. That one is short and sweet, real brief, thank you. When will pre-orders open for Return to Moria? Pre-orders will open for the Return to Moria closer to the game's release and will be announced in the Return to Moria announcements when available. Choose the drums in the deep roles to be notified of any upcoming announcements. So that is Discord related stuff. Is Return to Moria made in Unreal Engine? Yes, it's made in Unreal Engine 4. Is Return to Moria an official licensed Lord of the Rings game? Yes, the Lord of the Rings Return to Moria is approved by and made with guidance from the team at Middle-earth Enterprises. Is Return to Moria linked to the films and TV show? The Lord of the Rings Return to Moria is an independent game set in the 4th Age of Middle-earth and is not related to the film or TV franchise. Wow. Okay, so that is the questions and answers, whatever you want to call it. The FAQ for Return to Moria. A lot of wasted questions in there. A lot of dumb questions, repeat questions, but you get the gist of it. Dwarves should all have beards. You can play with up to 8 friends. It's set in the 4th Age. We learned that multiple times. It's going to be available on PC, in the Epic Game Store, on PlayStation, and on Xbox, okay? You do get to make create your dwarf's name. It's in 3rd person. This question did not have an answer. Yeah, this isn't really an answer. Does Return to Moria have a narrative / story? Yeah, this is not an answer to that question. Players will play through a new adventure set in the 4th Age of Middle-earth. Free-range games have worked closely. Okay, to ensure the game stay true to the lore of the Lord of the Rings, while allowing players to delve deep into their own adventure. To me, then, that sounds like no. There is no narrative / story. It's Gimli sends you there and you're on your own. But we'll see. That's a shitty way to answer that question. See, questions I would have asked, or I would have liked to know is, obviously we hear John Rhys Davies doing voiceover as Gimli in that trailer. Will John Rhys Davies also return to do any voice work in-game? Because if he is, that's amazing. Will Gimli actually be on that adventure with us? Because it looked like he was there. It looks like this could be him. I think that's supposed to be him. Right up here, this guy. I think that's supposed to be Gimli. You know, and you can see him multiple times throughout this trailer. I think that's still him, even though he's wearing a little different shirt. That's him. And then I'd even go to argue that that's maybe him, but will he be in the game where you can interact with him? Will there be AI dwarfs also there, kind of forming a small little community that you can have inside of your base, the areas in which you've reclaimed for the dwarves inside of Moria? Are there going to be AI characters that you can interact with, like merchants, or I don't know. Well, merchants is pretty much all I can think of at the moment. But will there be other characters that you can interact with? Because again, like I enjoy these kind of games, but if this is to be an expedition into Moria with a company of dwarves, just because, you know, somebody has no fucking friends to play with, doesn't mean they should have to do the journey alone. You know what I mean? Will there be other iconic characters that we get to come across while on this journey? I don't know. I want to know. But these questions and answers don't go too far into some actual useful information. I don't know. That's the Q&A though. If you're interested in getting the most up-to-date information for Return to Moria, come join the Discord. It's the official Discord for the page. I'll have it linked in the video so that you can join it. And yeah, you can stay up to date that way. There's a large community in here that are just as excited for this game as you are. I mean, 2,000 something people alone are online currently. I can't even imagine how many are offline. Where's the bottom? Can't even see how many are offline. Alright. So, that's that. I hope you enjoyed this video. Just hear me fucking talk, rant, bullshit out of my ass. Yeah, it's been fun. So, please, consider subscribing to the channel, liking the video, and stay tuned, because when this game comes out, it is going to consume a lot of my free time, which I already don't have very much of, but that's my plan. So, thank you, and until next time, bye-bye.
It's done. Yes, Mr. Frodo. It's over now.